Acknowledgement. Yeah.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here with another episode of Wrestling Wednesdays. Now, don't mind the background and the echo. We are getting some things done here. There will be a new background eventually, but we'll get to that when we get there. But first, let's get into the news of the video. If you're new to the channel, pretty much in Wrestling Wednesdays, we're going to go over the news topics of the week. Give us 3 topics, go over them, give my thoughts, and then eventually ask for your thoughts in the end. But without further ado, let's get into topic number 1. Topic number 1, is The Undertaker going to be going backstage behind the scenes and being a part of the creative team? Now, in a recent podcast episode, in an interview, he talked about how he has been behind the scenes helping out with some of the creative decisions, whether that was in Money in the Bank, the AAA Worlds Collide, and things here and there. And it's pretty cool and pretty understandable. I mean, Undertaker's been there a very long time, longer than anyone, so he could understand what it would take to be behind the creative and get some fresh things on some of the topics there. Now, whether that be good or bad, it'd be something different, something new, something fresh to have him a part of the creative. Now, is that going to start anytime soon? Who knows? But eventually I would like to see it, just to give a nice little change of pace. Hopefully it has nothing to do with the whole Goldberg issue, because that's all bad. Number 2, Liv Morgan injury update. So, as we all know, this past Monday Night Raw, she did suffer an injury during her match with Kairi Sane, and it did end up leaving her with a dislocated shoulder. And usually with those, it ends up being around like 16 weeks being out. But you have an update saying that Liv Morgan will at least be out for the next 3 months, which means she will miss out on Evolution 2, the Women's Evolution PLE, and we're missing out on SummerSlam, which was going to be in her hometown, which kind of sucks as well. But nonetheless, 3 months is shorter than expected, but we will see what happens and hopefully get a speedy recovery, especially on the run that Liv had last year was definitely spectacular, and she's still doing big things. It just looks like it means that her whole thing with Nikki Bella is not going to be moving forward. We'll see what Nikki Bella ends up doing in the meantime. And I know everybody's going to say the same thing. Those tag titles are cursed with injuries, and it happens almost every time, and it sucks to see. But we'll see what happens with the women's tag titles, especially with Raquel, because it looks like she could be dropping into a feud with Rhea. So that will be interesting, because I want them to get a proper feud, because I don't feel like that feud they had for the Women's World Championship was as good. I feel like they could do a lot better, and it looks like we're going into that direction. So we'll see what happens with the tag titles, but nonetheless, hoping Liv has a speedy recovery. And the final topic number 3, Smackdown is going back to 2 hours. Now, I know at the beginning of the year, we did get SmackDown converting into 3 hours, because you know, USA loves that advertisement. But nonetheless, we were promised before that SmackDown was going to go back to 2 hours eventually. It was supposed to happen this month. But it looks like reports are saying that SmackDown is going to be going back to 2 hours starting July 4th, Independence Day. So that's going to be awesome. Now, look, it can be a good and bad thing with the SmackDown show going back to 2 hours, because you have a lot of talent that doesn't get a lot of screen time. But then again, even with the 3 hours, you use the same stars over and over again, so you weren't really using your time wisely, really. And with SmackDown being 3 hours, it is hit or miss. A lot more misses than hits, because the show feel like it drags on a lot. The matches are long. There's a lot of promo segments that take forever. So hopefully this will give them much time to crunch it down a little bit, because Raw is perfect where it is right now at 2.5 hours. It's perfect. So hopefully they can tighten up things and but still end up using more talent, because the tag team division is cooking over there, straight cooking. But we'll see what happens nonetheless. But outside of the Goldberg thing going on, the main event, July 12th. July 4th is going to be a great day. And July in general is going to be an awesome month, not only for wrestling, but for movies as well. So stay tuned for that. But what are your thoughts on the news of the week? What are your thoughts on the topics? Comment below. Join the conversation. And as always, if you enjoy our thoughts, make sure you like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to notify when we upload a video. But until then, we will see you later. Peace.